In recent years, the world has seen an explosion of electric vehicle startups promising to change transportation forever. Companies like Tesla turned bold ideas into billion-dollar empires. But one company, Nikola Motors, became infamous not for innovation, but for fraud. Led by its charismatic founder Trevor Milton, Nikola promised revolutionary hydrogen-powered trucks. Investors poured in billions. At its peak, the company was valued at more than $30 billion, rivaling Ford. But behind the hype was a shocking truth. Many of Nikola's trucks didn't actually work. This is the story of Nikola Motors, Trevor Milton's lies, and how one of the biggest deceptions in the EV industry fooled Wall Street. Nikola Motors was founded in 2014 by Trevor Milton. The company's name was a deliberate echo of Tesla, named after the same inventor, Nikola Tesla. Milton wanted to position himself as the next Elon Musk, but with a twist. Instead of battery-powered cars, Nikola would focus on hydrogen-powered trucks. The idea sounded groundbreaking. Hydrogen fuel cells combined with electric motors could theoretically create long-haul trucks with zero emissions. Investors were intrigued. By 2016, Nikola had unveiled flashy renderings of futuristic semi-trucks, claiming they would revolutionize freight. Trevor Milton became the face of this revolution. Milton was tall, energetic, and confident. He knew how to sell a dream. He promised trucks that would outperform diesel in every way: faster, cheaper, cleaner. He claimed Nikola was years ahead of competitors and had proprietary technology that no one else could match. He gave interviews, spoke at conferences, and built a cult-like following. Like many charismatic founders, he sold not just a product, but a vision. Investors compared him to Elon Musk, and Milton embraced the comparison. But unlike Musk, Milton didn't have working prototypes. What he had was a talent for exaggeration. Nikola's breakthrough moment came in 2016 when it unveiled the Nikola One, a futuristic, hydrogen-powered semi-truck. The truck looked sleek and cutting-edge. Milton told audiences it was fully functional, calling it a real truck. But behind the scenes, the Nikola One wasn't operational. Engineers knew it. The drivetrain wasn't complete, and the truck couldn't drive on its own. Still, investors and the media didn't ask too many questions. They wanted to believe. The EV boom was in full swing, and Nikola looked like the next big thing. By 2020, Nikola went public through a SPAC merger. Its market value skyrocketed to more than $30 billion, briefly making it more valuable than Ford. Trevor Milton's personal wealth soared into the billions, but the empire was built on lies. The most infamous deception came from Nikola's promotional video in 2018. The video showed a Nikola One truck rolling across a desert highway, proving to investors and the public that the vehicle was real and working. What viewers didn't know was that the truck wasn't driving under its own power. It had been towed up a hill and simply rolled downhill while cameras filmed it. Milton presented it as proof of Nikola's progress. Investors believed it. Millions of dollars poured in. The stock price surged. But in reality, the truck had no functional powertrain. It was a shell. Milton's claims went far beyond one truck. He said Nikola had created revolutionary hydrogen production systems that could cut costs by 80%. In truth, those systems didn't exist. He boasted about Nikola's proprietary battery technology. Later, it was revealed that Nikola had no such breakthrough. He claimed the company had a working pickup truck, the Nikola Badger, and announced pre-orders. The Badger was little more than a concept. He said Nikola was building hydrogen fueling stations nationwide. Almost none were real. Every promise turned out to be smoke and mirrors. In September 2020, a bombshell report was released by Hindenburg Research, a short-selling firm. The report accused Trevor Milton and Nikola of an elaborate fraud. It detailed how the company had misled investors with fake demonstrations, exaggerated claims, and non-existent technology. The report specifically exposed the rolling truck video, confirming that Nikola had lied to the public. At first, Nikola denied the allegations, but as evidence mounted, the truth became impossible to hide. The fallout was swift. Within weeks of the Hindenburg report, Trevor Milton resigned as executive chairman. Nikola's stock plummeted, wiping out billions in market value. General Motors, which had announced a major partnership with Nikola just days earlier, scaled back its involvement. Other partners pulled out. Investors who had believed in Milton's vision were left with heavy losses. The company that was once hyped as the next Tesla had become a global joke. In 2021, federal prosecutors charged Trevor Milton with securities and wire fraud. They accused him of lying to investors about nearly every aspect of Nikola's technology and business. The trial revealed damning evidence: emails, text messages, and testimony showing that Milton knowingly misled the public. In October 2022, a jury found him guilty on 3 counts of fraud. In December 2023, Milton was sentenced to 4 years in federal prison and ordered to pay millions in fines. For many, the sentence felt light compared to the billions lost by investors. But it marked a rare moment of accountability in the world of overhyped startups. Nikola Motors still exists, but it is a shadow of what it once claimed to be. Under new leadership, it has struggled to deliver on its promises. Its stock trades at a fraction of its former value. The dream of dominating the hydrogen trucking industry remains far out of reach. For employees and investors, the damage is lasting. Nikola is no longer seen as a visionary company. It is a cautionary tale. The Nikola scandal leaves behind several lessons. Charisma is not proof. Trevor Milton convinced investors with his personality, not with results. Verify the technology. If a company claims breakthroughs, demand demonstrations that can be independently tested. Beware of hype cycles. The electric vehicle boom created fertile ground for fraud. Investors were so desperate for the next Tesla that they ignored red flags. Accountability matters. Milton's conviction shows that founders cannot lie to investors without consequences, even if punishment feels small compared to the damage caused. Trevor Milton promised to revolutionize trucking. Instead, he staged fake videos, made false claims, and enriched himself while investors lost billions. Nikola Motors was never the Tesla of trucks. It was a company built on deception, fueled by hype, and destroyed by greed. The scandal serves as a warning. In an age of flashy startups and charismatic founders, not everything that glitters is gold. Sometimes it's just a truck rolling downhill. That was the story of Nikola Motors, how Trevor Milton lied about trucks that didn't work. Which scandal should we investigate next? Theranos, Wells Fargo, or FTX? Drop your answer in the comments below. If you found this documentary eye-opening, don't forget to subscribe to Truvo for more deep dives into the biggest frauds, scams, and corporate scandals in history. Because fortunes may vanish, companies may fall, but here on Truvo, the truth always comes out.